Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Miss Hanifa, SPD EMPD, is our lecturer in Introduction to TOEFL course, and also respectable to all the friends who are kindly watching the video for further elaborations about TOEFL structures. In these occasions, I am Rizky Kurniawan and also my fellow teammates Zuhri will furthermore elaborate the 5 skills integrated in TOEFL structure. Without any further ado, let's jump into the first skill. The first skill is be sure the sentence has a subject and a verb. Take a look at this first example. In this example, it is formed in the past tense, and this sentence misses the important part. So, we must analyze what the important part is. And because of the verb is already available in the sentence, now we can conclude that the missing part is the subject. When we are taking a look at the options available, we can conclude that the one that could be the subject is either C or D, traffic and cars. And the most appropriate answer is C, traffic, because traffic is the singular subject, whereas the cars is definitely is the plural subject. So the answer is C. Moving on into the second example, the sentence is missing one part that is really important. And when we observe further, the missing part is the verb. Take a look at the options. Necessary is considered as an adjective. Hopefully is more likely to be an adverb. And next month is adverb as well. So the most appropriate answer in here will be B. And when we connect it into the sentence, it will be make sense. Engineers are needed for work on the new space program instead of the others options. Take a look at the third example. The boy ... going to the movies with a friend. The sentence is missing one important part, and the important part that is missing is the verb. When we take a look at the options available, the most appropriate answer will be the option D, will be, because there's no additional parts included in the option D. It is only the copula that will be connected appropriately to the present participles in the sentence, which is going. So will be going will be connected appropriately. When we take a look at the other examples, he is and he always was, as it is mentioned in the option A and B, it contradicts with the subjects that is already available in the sentence. The boy. So there's no need for you to mention he as the pronoun of the boy. So it will contradict. It also same goes with the option C, is relaxing, which is contradicting with the following present participle, which is going. So when we connect it, will be the boy is relaxing going. So it is not even making sense.
After the explanation above, I will explain about the question from each skills. From skills number 1, it is be sure the sentence has a subject and verb. Question number 3, a job on the day shift or the night shift at the plant available. Why the answer is incorrect? There's no verb. Available is only an adjective, not a verb. The subject is a job. Correct sentence is a job on the day shift or on the night shift at the plant is available. So the reason is the sentence has no verb.
Moving on into the fourth sentence, the new computer program has provides a variety of helpful applications. This sentence is considered as a incorrect sentence due to the wrong verb used in a sentence. As you can see in here, has must be followed with the past participle verb. However, in here we can clearly see that the verb used in here is not past participles, but instead the present form, which is the S form. So that's why it is considered as an incorrect sentence. Now we are here in the skill 2. Be careful of objects of prepositions. When we consider objects of prepositions as a subject, that is the trap in the TOEFL test. When we consider it as so, it will be a huge mistake that we could ever made. So for all the participants of the TOEFL test, making sure that you are not trapped by these object of prepositions is really becoming a necessity for you. So we move into the first example. In the example available, there's a sentence that missed the important part. So when we analyze furthermore, the missing part is the subject. When we take a look, there is an object of prepositions in the first place, and it could makes the participants confused whether this is the subject or not. But pay attention and making sure that you consider the object of prepositions as the adverbs instead of the subject, because that is the correct one. So when you already know, the appropriate answer is B, he, because he is the subject and the others are not.
Skills number 2, it is be careful of objects of prepositions. Question number 3. At the neighbor flower shop, flowers in quantities of a dozen or a half dozen can be delivered for free. The answer is correct. The reason is the sentence contains prepositional phrases, but they only modify other words. The main structure is subject plus verb, so it's complete. The subject is flowers and the verb is can be delivered. Question number 4. The progressive reading methods at these schools are given credit for the improved their scores. The answer is correct. Why the answer is correct? So the reason is the sentence has both subject and verb. The prepositional phrases function as modifiers only. The subject is the progressive reading methods and the verb is are given.
We are here in the skill 3. Be careful of appositives. Appositives is the additional information formed as a noun that comes before or after another noun. And usually, appositive can be mistaken for the subject of the sentence. However, it is not. So, we move into the first example. Here, the sentence is missing the important part, which is subject when you analyze it properly. So, the subject is not in the sentence, but George in here is the appositives that could correlate with the subject. So, George is the link that we could make it as a hint to choose the appropriate subject. And because of that, the answer will be D, my friend. My friend George is attending the lecture. Right now, George is attending the lecture. Happily, because of the time, are not proper because the sentence still needs the subjects in it. Moving on into the second example in here. So in this sentence, the verb and also the subject are available in the sentence. However, we must choose the best appositives that could describe the subjects. And surely the answer for the second example is A, an excellent basketball player. The other options such as B, C, or D is not appropriate because it has its own verbs. However, the sentence has already the verb. So there's no need for us to choose the option that has the another verb. So it will contradict if you do so. So the answer is A, an excellent basketball player.
Skills number 3. Be careful of appositives. Question number 3. Valentine's Day, February 14 is a special holiday for sweethearts. The answer is correct because February 14 is an appositive that gives extra information about Valentine's Day. It's correctly placed between commas and can be removed without changing the sentence meaning. Valentine's Day is a special holiday for sweetheart. So the sentence is grammatically complete and correct. Question number 4. At long last, the chief executive officer has decided to step down. The answer is incorrect because the comma after the chief executive officer is wrong because it separates the subject from its verbs, has decided. The chief executive officer is not an appositive. It's the main subject. The correct version is at long last the chief executive officer has decided to step down.
Without any comma needed, of course, based on the second pattern of the appositive itself. Now, let's jump right into the TOEFL test structure that combines the practices from the first skill until the fifth skill. And now we are in the first sentence. So the first sentence is the North Platte River ... from Wyoming into Nebraska. Notice what is missing in here. So the missing part in the sentence is the verb. So we must choose the appropriate options that picturize the verbs. So based on the available options, the answer is B, flows, due to the singular subject in the sentence, and also it is considered as a verb without any subject or without any preposition. So the answer is B, flows.
Question number 2. Blank blank blank. Biloxi received its name from a Sioux word meaning first people. The option is A, the city of, B, located in, C, it is in, D, the tour included. The answer is A, the city of. The city of Biloxi received its name from a Sioux word meaning first people. The sentence needs a subject and noun phrase before the verb receive. So why other options are incorrect? Option B, use located in. Located in Biloxi receive is incorrect because located in is a prepositional phrase and cannot serve as a subject. C, the option is it is in. It is in Biloxi receive. Contains two verbs, is unreceived without a connector, which makes the sentence grammatically wrong. D, the tour included. The meaning doesn't fit. the third included biloxi receive is nonsensical both grammatically and logically.
Number 3, a pride of lions, up to 40 lions, including 1 to 3 males, several females, and cubs. In this particular sentence, we could analyze that the missing part in here is a verb. There's a subject, there's the adverbs, but there is no a verb. So that's why in here we must choose from the available options a appropriate verb for the sentence. So the possible answers in here will be either A or C. But when we take a look at the subject again, which is definitely a noun phrase that could be assessed as a singular subject due to the determiner used in the subject, which is A, so we could conclude that the possible answer is A, can contain. Because when we want to choose C, C means that it will be used for the plural subject, whereas the subject used in the sentence is singular. So that's why the most appropriate answer is A, can contain.
Question number 4. Blank blank blank. Tea plant are small and wide. The options are A. The B. On the C. Having flowers the D. The flowers of the. So the answer is D. The flowers of the. Why the answer is D? Because the true subject of the sentence is the flowers, not the tea plant. The option A, the tea plants are, is incorrect because the singular noun plant cannot be used with the plural verb are. Option B is on the. On the tea plant are small and white. Lacks a clear subject. It begins with a propositional phrase instead. C. Having flowers the. Having flowers the tea plant is not a proper English structure. The participle having is misplaced.
Number 5, the tetracyclines, antibiotics are used to treat infections. When we take a look at this particular sentence, we know that this is the form of appositives, the additional informations form as a noun or a noun phrase. And because of that, we know also that the subject and also the verb are already available in the sentence. So we just have to make sure that the structure is properly arranged by simply adding the appropriate appositive form. And of course, appositive form is based and formed in the noun phrase. When we take a look at the other options, A, B, C, and D, A, B, and D options are contradicting with the sentence due to the existence of the verb available in those options. In the A, there is are, in the B, there is being, and in the D, there is. So it will contradict with the verbs in the sentence which is are used. So because of that, we can conclude that the appropriate answer is C, a family of. So it will correlate with the antibiotics as the additional informations given in this sentence. So the full sentence will be the tetraclines, a family of antibiotics are used to treat infections.
Question number 6. Any possible academic assistance from taking stimulants, blank blank blank, marginal at best. The options are A. It is, B. There is, C. Is, D. So the answer is C. Why I choose option C? So, any possible academic assistance from taking stimulants is marginal at best. The subject is any possible academic assistance. So, we only need the verb is to link the subject and the predicate. Why the other option are incorrect? Option A, it is. This creates a double subject, assistance and it, which is grammatically incorrect. B, there is. There is only used when there is no subject yet. Here, assistance is already the subject. D, as marginal at the best, is not a complete sentence because it lacks a verb.
Number 7. Henry Adams, born in Boston, famous as a historian and novelist. When we take a look at this particular sentence, we know that this is also the sentences that contains the appositives. Henry Adams, born in Boston. Born in Boston is the additional information of the subject. And when we analyze furthermore, the missing part in the sentence is the verb. So we must furthermore analyze the options that has the verb. So the most appropriate answer in here is A, became, because there's no additional prepositions and also the subjects in the options. When we take a look at the other options in here, B, C, and D options, there are the prepositions or the pronouns in here, so it will contradict with the previous sentence. So that's why the answer is A, became. And when we connect it with the sentence, it will be Henry Adams, born in Boston, became famous as a historian and novelist. So it will make sense.
Question number 8. The major cause blank 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 the pull of the moon on the earth. The options are A, the ocean tides are. B, of ocean tides is. C, of the tides in the ocean. D, the ocean's tides. So the answer is B, of ocean tides is. Why I choose option B? So the complete sentence is the major cause of ocean tides is the pull of the moon on the earth. The structure subject plus of plus noun phrase plus verb plus complement. The major cause is the subject. Of ocean tides is a proportional phrase explaining cause of what. Is the linking verb connecting the subject and complement. Why the other options are incorrect? The option A, the ocean tides are, is missing a connector between cause and the ocean tides. C, of the tides in the ocean. The major cause of the tides in the ocean, the pull, has no main verb, so it's incomplete. D, the ocean tides. This phrase lacks a verb completely. It's only a noun phrase.
Number 9. Still a novelty in the late 19th century. Limited to the rich. When we take a look at this particular sentence, we know that the sentence contains the appositives, specifically the second pattern of appositive. And when we furthermore analyze the sentence, we know that the missing part in here is subject and also the copula that could connect the verb used in the sentence. So the most appropriate answer in here is D. Photography was. Photography as a subject and was as a copula that could connect the verb limited in the sentence. Other options are not correct because it is not in the correct sequences. When we take a look at the option A, there is no subject in the option A. It only contains the verb, which is was, as a copula. Moreover, we move on into the B. B also not appropriate because it only contains the verb and it is not in the proper sequence. So that's wrong. Moreover, in the C, we know that it was photography. It's not correct due to the unclear of what the pronoun refers to because there's no other sentences that mention the photography previously, so that's why it is wrong. There's no need for you to use pronoun when you use the appositive in the first sentence. So you just have to be more explicit in here. So that's why the appropriate answer is D. Photography was.
The last question. A computerized map of the freeways using information gathered by sensors embedded in the pavement blah 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 on a local cable channel during rush hours. The options are airs, B. airing, C. air, D. to air. So the answer is A. It's airs. The complete sentence is a computerized map of the freeways using information gathered by sensors embedded in the pavement airs on a local sub-cable channel during rush hours. The subject is a computerized map. It's singular. The correct verb for a singular subject is airs. Is the simple present tense. Why the other options are incorrect? The option B, airing. A computerized map. Airing on the local cable channel is only a phrase, not a complete sentence. It lacks a main verb. C, the option is air. The verb air is plural, but the subject map is singular. It should be airs. The option D, to air. The infinitive form to air cannot serve the main verb without an auxiliary.